I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm tired, but I'll be okay. I'm always okay. Hi ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's a girl. I'm Nichwa aka Miss Fair Focal. Returning back for entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, you're most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget, follow me on Instagram. It's at Owamie. Now my ninjas, before watch this video, guys, please go follow me on Twitter. It's at Owamie. Also make sure that you follow me on Instagram as I asked. I also do have TikTok and it's Owamie01. So please go and follow me that side. And so yeah, I asked on Instagram if you guys wanted to have an update of the divorce, and so many of you, 95% of you guys actually said yes. And I there were so many votes there. It was over 1,400. So I decided, okay, I told you guys will get a video on Friday, and so you guys will get a video today, right? And so I feel a bit nervous, and I think that I feel a bit nervous because something just happened today, and obviously it has to do with Mr. B, and obviously the divorce and everything. I try my best to be honest, and I always try my best to say if I learn something or if something is happening, let me go and educate others. You can choose to take it, you can choose not to take it, but it is life. At least I know that you're not just watching my YouTube channel just for fun. You do learn some stuff, right? If I learn, I tell you guys, like, umgozi, it's for everybody. So for someone that maybe may not know me, I'm currently going through a divorce. At first I thought the divorce was going to be an easy peasy. I thought that by now it was gonna be done, child. But yeah, things are proving to be a lot more difficult and a lot more dumb. And so I'm gonna try my best not to throw shade in this video because I'm pissed. But okay, if you don't know me, I'm going through a divorce. As I said, I was married to a man that I really truly loved. He cheated on me, and I just felt he wasn't bringing anything to the table anymore. So, the thing that I felt he brought to the table was the fact that he was someone that was reliable. I could trust him, I could count on him. He loved me, and he was also a faithful guy. When I found out all that did not exist, I had to make sure that, girl, I was out of there. It was not an easy decision whatsoever. I know that there are people that would. When I announced my divorce back in January, there were a lot of people that were like, "Owamie, you just wanted to be out of there. Like, one mistake, this." And I was just looking at people and I'm like, y'all don't even know the quarter of it. Y'all don't even know the quarter of it. But at the same time, I had to do what best suited me. And so in this situation, I always say this: if someone is choosing themselves, choose you as well. Choose someone that chooses you, right? So when someone is cheating, they choose their own selfishness, they put their own needs. Then it's time for you to choose you. If staying is choosing you, then you stay. But if leaving is choosing you, then you leave. Whatever it is that is going to make you happy is what you actually do. I chose to leave, and I don't even want to lie, I do not regret the decision that I made. So the update on the divorce, you guys, is something that is just like, wow. I don't even know where to start because I really didn't tell you guys anything when it comes to the divorce, because I had thought that I'll do a video where I run out everything and I'm telling you and it's done. But girl, I need to just relax. I need to just relax myself, because if I do not, I'm gonna get sick. Okay. So basically, I left Free State December last year, and then like when we said New Year's tomorrow, that was the day that I was moving in. And so 2021, I actually had it in this apartment. There's so many stuff that obviously happened in the background that also led to Mr. B leaving, but Mugai left like a thief in the night. Like, that's a story time that is I'm saying is for another day that I'll tell you. But the way that it was, his parents made sure that I knew that, number one, I was not part of that family. I was not wanted in that family. He also just showed me that he doesn't care about me, not anymore. Yes, there were times where he did, but I was just saying that no, he's just now showing me that he just doesn't care about me. And at this moment it was all just about him. So obviously that's why I had to leave them farms and come to the green. Because if not for those stuff, I'm sure by now I would have already had a kid for the guy. Yo, it would have been my worst nightmare on this whole entire universe to know that I actually have a child in that family. I'm so grateful. So the fact that we don't have kids, number one, was a high factor, which was great. That we don't have to fight for the kids, the custody and whatever. That's the first thing. The second thing again was that we didn't have any property. And so we did have a plot, a piece of land that we had bought together. We did have two cars at the time, or I had two cars at the time, and then obviously the furniture. So we did have money in savings, but we split that money. In the money that was in savings, we did split it together. And so yeah, we didn't have really stuff that I would feel like they would make a divorce difficult. And so when that's why I'm just like, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys like what happened last year December. So last year December, a week after I had my operation, Mr. B woke me up exactly the week I was sleeping on the couch because I couldn't even climb my bed because you guys know my bed was high. This one is also very high. But he woke me up and he said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Are we okay?" I said, "Yes." He gave me this big hug in the morning and he said, "I'll see you in the afternoon. I'll come back for lunch." I said, "Okay." He left. That was really the last time I'd say I saw Mr. B in just a private setting. Kanti Mugai had made plans with his mother and his father that he was gonna go to them and he was no longer gonna come back to the house. Obviously when the night came and he wasn't coming back, his phones were off, I got worried. I even included the cops, like, I have a missing person, because that same night I asked my neighbor to drive because I couldn't drive. The operation was still very painful. I asked him to go to his father's house. When they went there, or when we went there, so the car was parked outside. And so, when he went there to try to talk to Mr. B's father, the father was like, "No, he's not here." So he said that no, he came, packed the car, and he left. He went to Joburg, and then obviously we went home. And then after that, in the morning, because he didn't come home, I called the aunt. I was like, "Please call the father," because mind you guys, I had not spoken to his parents for over 3 years. So I told the aunt, "Can you call the father and ask if he's there? If he's there, it's fine. I don't have a problem. I just want to know if he's there or not, because obviously I can't just sit and my husband is missing and I don't say anything. If they find him and something happened, that you're gonna definitely be the first suspect if you didn't report that someone was missing." So he told the aunt, "No, he's not here." I called the cops. The cops, I tell them I suspect he's at his father's house, but I don't know. The cops go there. They get Mugai sitting drinking tea with his mother and his father. And so that's how he really legit left. Although at that moment we had already spoken, I had already asked for a divorce. We were already sleeping in separate rooms. So a lot was basically going on. But yeah, so that's how he left. When I decided to relocate to Joburg, I remember I sent him a message. I said, "Hey, I'm about to relocate." Obviously, all his clothes were still in the house. All the furniture was actually still in the house. I asked him, I was like, "I'm not really taking stuff from here. Can you tell me if there's any piece of furniture that you want?" sorry, the wine. You can take, like, tell me if there's any piece of furniture that you want. And he said no, he doesn't want anything. I said okay, that's fine. So I packed his stuff, his clothing and stuff, and then I hired a driver that took the stuff to his home. Now of course I was not going to leave all my furniture in Free State. So what did I do? I rented sort of like a storage in Free State, moved the stuff there, and then after moving the stuff there, obviously you guys do remember there's that famous picture when I was wearing black and there was furniture at the back. I actually gave all those stuff away to my aunt. My aunt actually got all the dining table, the headboards, everything, the washing machine, everything. When I came in here, I basically bought almost everything new. I honestly just wanted new beginnings and stuff. So clearly, if Mugai had said he wanted this and this and this, I would have given him. Yes, I did take the couch, the TV, and the TV unit, and the fridge. Other than that, honestly, that was that. But then, okay, that is fine. I asked him and he said that he didn't want anything. Coming this side, obviously, I knew that I'm going to have to get a lawyer. And so looking at the fact that obviously we didn't have a lot, as I said, we don't have kids, we don't have stuff like that. And also looking at the fact that his parents, like, legit, you'd swear I'm the devil. The way those people hate me, I don't think I've ever been hated by anyone more than those people. And so I personally just felt like at this moment he wants the divorce done, and I'm sure that his parents are also the happiest for them to see us divorced. And so I thought that it means that they're gonna push from their side to make sure that this thing happens as fast as possible. I'm gonna be pushing from my side, so this is going to be an easy peasy. We have one destination, which is let's get this divorce done, and then that is it. When I tell you guys that it has been literally the worst, shoo guys, when I think about it, I even get a bit emotional. And I don't want to cry. But Mugai has made this divorce the most difficult thing that it's just... Even my lawyer was like, I've never really come across something like this. Your case is so simple. Your case is so simple and so easy. Like, this should have been done a long time ago. But basically what happens is that from back then, when I started talking to him, I said that I wanted the divorce. Mugai owes me a lot of money. Money that he borrowed as a husband and said that he was going to pay me back. And so us getting a divorce, it didn't mean that obviously I forgot about the money that you owe me. That was money for your own stuff, right? And so at first he had said that he's going to give me the money. When he went to his father's house, when he ran to his father's house, he went with the Peugeot, which was his car, because honestly, guys, let me tell you, when he cheated on me in that car. That car was such a struggle car for us. I remember even getting the car, it was so difficult. And getting that car was mainly because I work from home, guys. I know that the place is quite difficult because there's really no transport there. But I would think for him more because he had to wake up in the morning, he had to go to work, and that part of Free State is very cold. So him not having transport was really a thing. So guess what I did? I put in money. Not only that, I had to also add another cash that was on the other side, so that we get that car. And then after that, obviously, we got the car. So just thinking as a wife, making those sacrifices and doing all those stuff, and then getting this car that is your family car, because at that moment we only had one car. It was only him that used the car. I didn't have a car. As much as I was working so hard, I didn't even have a car. I was so dumb, you guys. I feel like I was so stupid in love because I really loved that guy. But when I found out that he cheated in that car, it was the same car that he would go and fetch his girlfriend, and they would go to a secluded location. And obviously they're sitting in there. If they're kissing each other, it means it's in my car. I would ask myself, how did she sit in this car? Did she put her legs up in this car? Did she, those stuff? And it really became very difficult for me to use that car. And so that's why I had to get the Kia. The Kia, when we bought it, I made it very clear that is my car. You take the car that you cheated in, my Stamachitzo. And then now I'm gonna have my Kia. And so honestly, like, I was really just content with that. So he left with the car fine, and then I had the Kia. I all I wanted was basically the money that he owed me, which he knew, because he left like a thief in the night. We had like stock fell, stock fells, that when the money came, we split the money. And so which meant that we had to pay for the stock fell until it ended. It was finishing December, and so December I had to pay for the stock fell by myself, even though when it came to the splitting of the money, we went 50-50. So I really tried my best in this situation to be fair with everything, even when, like the situation or the just like the things around it were just crazy. So when I sent him a message and I started talking about my money to say how I'm going to do it, you owe me. Like if you're a man, you owe a woman. Like you don't even care about your pride as a man. Not even a matter of like other people would know or whatever. You don't even have that thing in you to say that I owe umfazi mali. Like let me give her back her money. But so I really thought it was gonna be easy. It's not like I'm talking to someone that doesn't know. He knows how much he owes me and all that. And so when I started talking about the money, you guys, he basically told me that, what, I'll see you in court. I'm not gonna give you a cent. You need to remember that we're married. So even that money that I owe you, it's 50-50, this. I started just seeing a side of him that I didn't really fully know. Now, mind you guys, like throughout last year, this guy changed. The only time that he started trying for us to actually really work was after I checked out of the marriage. So that was when he realized, like, I no longer cared. He would have a girlfriend, I wouldn't even care. Like, honestly, I was just done. I was just over it, And so that was when he tried for us to, like, can we get back together? Can we do this? But you guys know how it is. Once a woman's heart leaves, it's gone. And so, I was really just so surprised. But then I decided, what, let me not really do the fighting. It's not going to help me. Number one, guys, I'm going far. I'm going very far with life. I've got so many plans that I want to do. And so I said, look at the bigger picture. Don't look at now. Look at the bigger picture. Money is money. You can work more money. So, okay, that was fine. So when we spoke, I decided, I'm going to let go of the money. He wanted the car, the Peugeot. Like he really was like, I need the car, I need the papers, I need the car to be under my name and whatnot. And I told him that, what, if that's what you want, chapeau, you were gonna have it. This guy, the piece of land that we bought in Free State, not only did we buy the piece of land, we also had to get TLBs to actually make it flat. How much are the TLBs, Shibubu? They're very expensive. So on top of the amount of money that we bought the land with, we had to add money of the TLB. And when I say we, the money came from my account. But I decided, what? I make more money. I make more than him. Let me not be weird about things. Yes, I can demand that we sell the piece of land and get the money. But he doesn't have a plot of land. Like, let me think for him. Take the land. That's me saying that, what? He can take it. I'm not going to use it anyway. It's in Free State. And let me tell you something. At times, delays are actually blessings. And the reason why I say this is because there were so many delays that came with us actually starting to build in that plot. So many delays, and I didn't understand why. And then COVID hit, and then this, and then that, and then that. God knew that I was not staying here. Imagine if I had built a beautiful house in that plot of land, and then now I had to pick up and go rent when someone is staying in my house with their new girlfriend. I feel like it would have definitely broken my heart. But anyway, everything that this guy wanted, I gave. And then after that, I always just wanted peace. He was very rude in the manner of way that he would even talk to me, as if he's someone that bottled things for so long, and then now he's just feeling this is my time. And I have to be down because get what? I'm the one with the bright future. I need my bright future, boo. And I just want to be out of these people's surname. Like, I don't want any association with this surname. That's why it's Owamie. And I remember when I had the interview at Capricorn, they said Owamie, and I was like, Owamie. Like, let it be known, I'm not associated with this surname. And so, obviously I was trying everything that I can to make sure that everything goes well. After that, me asking for my money, he blocked me from everywhere. So I couldn't communicate with him. I remember when we went to Cape Town, the time I went to Cape Town with Lebu, I had to use Lebu's baby sister's phone to call him and actually like ask him to unblock me so that we can do the divorce proceedings. And then after that, I got a lawyer, obviously, who's my lawyer. And then, I spoke to him, Mr. B, to say that, listen, we don't really have a lot of stuff. We can't be fighting. We've already disputed. You keep the money, you keep the car, you keep the land, you keep your pension fund. I won't take anything from you. He took from me, but I didn't take a cent from this guy. So I'm saying that let's get a lawyer. It would be better if we get one lawyer and then we do everything with one lawyer, because it's not contested. He needs a lawyer, I need a lawyer. If we are fighting, so our lawyers are the ones that are gonna fight. But at this moment, I'm giving you everything, so there's no need. And then we speak and he says yes, that's fine. So I said that it means that when it comes to payment, we're gonna go 50-50. He says that's fine. There's a certain amount that you need to pay the lawyer before he can even start anything, drafting everything and stuff. So I paid that amount, and then after that I emailed the proof of payment to him and I told him, here is the proof of payment, so he has to pay me half of the payment, right? Sorry, that I made to the lawyer. That was when Mugai basically said, no, I changed my mind, and you can do your thing, I'll do mine, so I'm not going to use your lawyer. I got a lawyer on a budget of, it's gonna be the both of us. I'm trying to get someone that is good, someone that is going to obviously get this thing done fast. And so when he said that, you guys, I remember I literally broke down. I literally just broke down. I was just crying. This past months were horrible. I think I really got fined about 2 months ago. Where, like, now, honestly, I'm at a good place. But, back this past months, I was like in and out of depression. And that's why content was even like, up and down. If you guys saw, it would fluctuate. And so I really didn't understand, but I was like, okay, you know what, it's fine. It's more money lost from my side, but that's okay. And so the lawyer drafts, you guys. After the lawyer drafts, we send him obviously the legal documents before he can get the physical, so they were emailed to him. And then after that, because the lawyer I'm using is actually a law firm, so they've got different lawyers. And then there's a lawyer that was assigned, that she's gonna be the one that communicates with him and everything like that. So she communicates with him, and then after that, Mugai and get claim DNA is gonna get his own lawyer. Mugai does not understand the contract, so he keeps on calling my lawyer. Like, here, what about this? What about that? What about that? What about, like, at this moment, you guys, because there were so many like changing back and forth, my lawyer knew and now understands like how things work. So he was like, you know what, honestly, he's not even supposed to contact your lawyer. He's supposed to talk to his lawyers. If there's anything in the contract that doesn't understand, that is lawyer language, it's his lawyer that's supposed to explain. But clearly Mguy didn't have a lawyer and was just trying to chip out, and obviously just have me have the full bill for the divorce. So I said, okay, that's fine. The lawyer really honestly like has been very understanding. My lawyer has been very understanding, and so the lawyer that was assigned to speak to him was also very understanding, answering all the questions that Mugai would have. He would call and all that. Basically, just so that this divorce can be finalized. And then after that, you guys remember there was a time that I posted this beautiful picture. If I get it, I'm gonna put it somewhere here. I actually poured petrol in my car, took the actual documents, drove to Free State, the part of Free State where he stays, and then after that, where he had to sign. After signing, I had to drive all the way to Bethlehem. Shbubu, like from here to Bethlehem is like a full tank. My car, I'm driving SUV mtase, I darling a petrol. Doesn't play when it comes to petrol. So I like out of pocket, I had to cough up about 2.5. That's a lot of money. How much is it coughing up? 0. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I was was like, you know what, that's fine. On that day that he signed in the condition that I'm gonna give him the papers for the Peugeot. So I did what? I gave him the papers for the Peugeot. And there was a time that I had to drive to Free State because of the car, since both the cars were under my name. When his car disc expired, he didn't pay for his car disc. He didn't. And he could, he just chose not to. So when I bought the Nissan couldn't release plate numbers when there's still a car under me that is owing. So guess what? I spoke to him. I called him. I was like, listen, your car is owing. So can I please then like pay for it, and then you give me the money? Because obviously it's your car. Like, I'm paying for the disc of my car. Why would I want to now pay for the disc of your car as well? You understand? So, he agreed to it. He said, yes, that's fine. I went to the traffic department and I paid about 800 and something because it had penalties since it took long for him to go and repay. The day that I finished paying, I sent him proof of payment. Guess what he said? No, I cannot give you the money. Guys, at that moment, I'm just like, honestly, like I've been through the most. This divorce has like really drained me. The fact that I'm even still here and sane and I'm okay really genuinely now, it has really taught me how strong of a woman I really am. And not just to say, oh, I'm a strong black woman, but the fact that I'm not even crazy at this moment is God's miracle, God's wonders. And so he refused basically to pay. And then when I had to go for him to sign for the agreement or the settlement letter, I had to give him the papers of the car so that he will change ownership. But then I also had my condition that you also have to give me the money, the 800 and something. So the 800 and something he did give me at that time. And then I gave him the car papers and then he signed. And then I took to Bethlehem. When I went there, I submitted. Now, unfortunately, because the correspondent has to be in Bethlehem, since the part of Free State that I was at is so small that their court doesn't deal with divorce, which is so stupid. Like, you guys can marry people, but you can't divorce them. But, it's neither here or there. So, when we were there like my lawyer kept on communicating with the people in Bethlehem, but things were just not happening. They kept on saying, oh, there was a case of corona, so they closed down. There was this since then, you guys, until now, that was what was happening. So my lawyer had to sit down now and it's like, okay, we need to re-strategize. Let's come with something. There's a new law that I've actually seen, we can try it out, that basically says that we follow wherever the wife is. So since I'm in Gauteng, let's try and file this side. Because that side, we don't even know, like, is it really even the truth when they're constantly saying that, there was a COVID case and whatever? You can't really tell someone they're lying. And so he decided, you know what, let's try it. So what does my lawyer do? He drafts a new contract. After drafting a new contract, I call Mr. B. I'm like, Mr. B, there's a new contract that we have to draft. They're basically saying that, we can try file this side. Since I'm this side, we're going to use the new law that is saying that you follow where the wife is so that this divorce can be finalized. So this side, at least, my lawyer is this side. He works this side. Obviously, he knows people. Since our divorce is not contested, right? So I thought, it will make things easier and it will work better for us. And so over the phone, Mr. B is very much understanding. I even emailed him the new contract. I'm like, you can go through it before the original copies come. When the original copies come, since that side, they don't even have Postnet, I'm going to send via Postnet. When the driver gets there, please just open that thingy, sign, and then after signing, you keep one copy. So I send 3 copies. You keep 1 copy, you send back 2 copies. 1 copy will be with me, the other one will go to my lawyer. So he will have an original, I will have an original, and my lawyer will have an original. That is like signed, right? So he says, no, that's fine. Yeah, when the guy comes here, I'm going to even give him the $100 to return the stuff. I said, okay, that's fine. Guys, I sent, after I sent, just today, I was actually like legit just so pissed. I call him and I'm like, hey, like, I've not heard from you. Did the documents come? Because the documents didn't come back here. And he's like, yeah, they came here. So I was like, why didn't you sign and send them back? It's like, no, the driver was in a hurry. I'm like, oh, okay. So when are you sending them back? It's like, no, I'm not gonna send them back. I spoke to my lawyer. My lawyer is saying that this thing you're talking about, the new law, is not the truth. So I'm saying that, okay, even if it's not the truth, don't you think that it's better that we try it? We both have the same end goal. We both just want the divorce done. So obviously, if we tried that side, we see that it's taking time. Let's give it a shot this side, and I'm sure that things will go. Guys, when I tell you that Mugai is refusing, that's basically what's happening right now. Mugai is refusing. He basically told me that from now on, his lawyer will have to be the one that communicates with my lawyer. Him and I don't have to communicate. He's going to handle the whole divorce by himself. The inconvenience when it comes to this is that, you guys, I'm the one with two surnames. My ID says Nechwa Jauru, but Home Affairs is still that surname. My passport is that surname. My ID is Nechwa Jauru. If I have to go and pay for a new ID, it means I'm going to have to pay for a new ID again to convert back. Everything of mine is going to have to change to that surname. My banking details and everything. Why would I go and change when I know I'm going through a divorce? Make it make sense. So it's making my life really, really difficult. It's making my life really, really difficult. I've got plans, I've got stuff that I need to do. I am moving on, you guys. Like, what if Nasun shot and then this divorce is just unnecessarily dragging? Because tell me, why would a person refuse? For what? And I'm so disappointed because I thought that his parents were gonna push him so much. Y'all don't want to divorce the demon that was in your family? The other thing again that I'm gonna go ahead and talk about is that it did seem like Mugai watched the interview that I had on SABC2 on the show, and he was not happy about that because he was talking about on some hey, you even going to the SABC, what, and then Mugai was even coming for my looks, which is a very bitch move, by the way. But I was just really shocked. Like, I was like, it's I feel like I'm still even confused today because you act like you want to divorce me, but you don't really want to divorce me. Like, for what reason? Is there any other hidden agenda? Because trust me, you're not getting a single cent from me. I will burn this mother to the ground before you get an extra cent from me after all these monies that Mugai has collected. He wanted a car, which when I went to Free State to the signing of the divorce, was it? No, it was not the signing. When I went to Free State, the time that I had to fix the car thingy, when he didn't pay, the car broke down. So at this moment, from what I've heard, I don't know, at this very moment, from what I heard, that Peugeot is no longer driving. So it's like pegged at a mechanic's house. The same mechanic that when he went to cheat, he would lie to me and say that he's going to that guy's house. It's pegged over there, it's not longer driving. And that's the thing with a car that you cheat in. They usually have a lot of problems, those cars. So whatever it is that Mugai will be going through, I really just don't care, you guys. I don't even want the car anymore. I didn't want the car. Like, I don't even want. I have my Kia, I have my Nissan. I'm okay. I'm good. But I'm just really confused, So he was like, you should stop talking about me. I don't really talk about him. Sorry, guys. Like, my battery died, so I had to change. But unfortunately, the last 9 years of my life, I spent with this person. So, and not only that, like, we were those people that were together all the time. So almost every single thing that I have ever done, he was definitely there. So one way or another, if there's a story time that I'm telling or I reference anything that happened in the past 9 years, he's for sure, definitely there. Mind you guys, today, as you guys are watching this video, today was going to be our 10th year anniversary. So it was going to be a decade us together. I only realized that when I was filming because I did do another take and I just felt I was just going too much around the bush. But really love it. And I love where I'm at. The only thing that is just still a problem for me is the divorce, which clearly Mugai seems like he doesn't want this divorce. He seems like he doesn't like. I just don't even understand. Like, is there an end game that you're thinking of? Because number one, I know you don't want me back. I don't want you back. Why don't we just sign the divorce and everything is done? Please tell me, like, why would someone be like, because even me, I'm not saying that, oh, bringing the papers this side will immediately just make things work. But at least I'm willing to say, let's try. Maybe we can try this side and they can hear like, oh, even we went to Bethlehem, we tried, it didn't work. So, can we please do it this side? Maybe the judge will feel for us and say, yes, I'm going to grant the divorce and then it's going to be done. But he doesn't want that. He doesn't want, like, why would you not want to try? You have the papers there. I clearly signed and I sent them and you were supposed to sign and bring them back so that we do it. But then he's like now no, I'm going to just do it myself. How is someone that's walking, that doesn't even have a car, that is in an area that doesn't even have public transport like that, is going to be going up and down for a court case in Bethlehem that has got a full-time job? At least my time is flexible because I'm self-employed. So, hey guys, yeah, it's been tough. It's embarrassing. Just because, like, even when someone asks, like, what is the main reason why your divorce is not finalizing? What is the main reason why your divorce is taking so long? I honestly can't tell you. Like, I can't tell you. All I know is that I've tried my best, guys. I've tried my best. I've done everything that I can. And I think that at this moment, let me also just, sit down. Let me also just sit down and start having alternative ways of doing things. Because what am I going to do? You can't force an adult. And you can't force people to have brains. You can't force people to think. It's not something that you can do. You cheated on your wife. Your wife asked for a divorce. You're making things difficult. I was going to understand if it was a matter of they're like, oh, he's the bitter one because I was the one that cheated. I was going to understand Shemur, oh, maybe he's trying to like punish me or he's trying to like make me feel. But no, he's the one that cheated in this marriage, not me. I'm not saying that I was perfect, but he was not perfect. However, he's the one that broke the one rule that we both agreed was what carried our marriage, faithfulness. So, yeah. Would I ever advise you to get married in community of property? No. Nope, don't do it. It's a trap. It's a trap. I can't buy a house. I can't buy an apartment. I couldn't even open a contract of an MTN SIM card without having to prove and give my marriage certificate because the surname that is on the other side is the other surname. And then on my ID, snitch was wrong. So something has to merge the two. So everywhere I go, that's what I have to. And then they're asking, why is the surname here different? Why is the surname here different? Then every time I have to start, I was married, I'm getting a divorce. I don't want to change the ID only to change it back. Guys, it's not nice. He's not suffering from this. His surname is his surname. And that's the most unfair part about it all. So he's not really getting affected like that. He doesn't have the plans that I have. I have got a lot of plans. And I just want to see them happening and everything like that. So I guess that he doesn't see the agency and the importance of it. But what shocks me is that if I was so bad to you, you went around telling everyone how horrible of a human being I am, why wouldn't you want to just divorce me and be done with it? For me, it makes no sense. Honestly. It honestly makes no sense. And basically that is it. As I said, I just spoke to him tonight and we were fighting. Like, we were really fighting. I also told him something that was not nice because, like, you're not going to come for my looks. But other than that, I feel like at this moment, I immediately called my lawyer and I explained everything. He was also just shocked because he thought everything was going fine. We're going to get the papers back and try this side. And so they basically have to start down, go back to Beggingville. so that thy majesty, Mr. President, will sign the divorce papers. So basically that is it, you guys. But it is life. When you divorce someone, you're literally going into war with that person. And that's something that I had to find out during this divorce, that you're going to war with a completely different person that you do not know. Yes, he was very greedy in everything, but in everything I gave him everything. And I personally believe that God is gonna bless me even more. I'm gonna get more and more and more. And so I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. Someone's reasoning capacity is very important when you're getting into a relationship with them. If you just feel like, a man's reasoning capacity has to be higher than yours. Because if yours is higher, it's a problem. And so yeah, basically that is it, you guys. I honestly pray to God, and I hope and I wish that this divorce can be finalized. If it was up to me, this divorce would be done as in like yesterday. um my lawyer can attest to this. Like, I've called the guy like yelling because I'm frustrated. I'm like, hey, you need to do something. I can't, which is why like he also had to go with other routes. Like, okay, how can we do it now? Because when he calls them, they tell him, oh, we're closed for 14 days, there was a corona case. When he calls again, oh, we're closed again. So it's also frustrating him as well, because I want answers from him and he's not getting answers from the other side. So I guess that the new things that we try to do is not going to work, because he doesn't want to sign. But I'll be okay. And I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm tired, but I'll be okay. I'm always okay. Um, and so yeah. Ah, damn it, we almost made it without crying. Almost. Oh, crap. Yeah, I love you, ninjas, and I'll see you guys in my next upload. Have a happy weekend. Bye. Hey, Owamie here, and I have some great news. If you have a YouTube channel or a business and you would like to get some affordable advertisement, I offer those services. Follow the instructions on your screen right now and say hello to some new traffic. Now let's get back to the video.